Okay, in this video we're going to talk about part 3 of the on-style fan form details. And in part 2 we left off with parting horse's mane, the third one, which would put you in the position of towards the back right corner with the fan open and the left hand pushing down. The next move is kind of almost play the lute mixed with press from Grassbird's Tale. It's kind of got a press hands and a play the lute footwork, but it's going to actually bring us back online from the angle to the back corner back to the line that we originally had. So there's a little bit of a twist even in the footwork there. So I'm just going to detail the footwork first for you. So we're here towards the back corner, and what we're going to do is shift all of our weight into the right leg and then draw the left leg up behind, and I'm placing my toe down first, and then I'm going to put the heel down at an angle so where my left foot is pointing at 45 degrees out, and then shift back into the left foot. And I'll actually pick the right foot up, or you can just turn it on the heel, but I usually pick the foot up and then place it. And here's also a difference. On this particular move, just as a nod to the contemporary method of play the lute stepping, I usually do the toe up. It's just a style thing, it's a flavor thing. You could just simply rock back and turn the foot and have it flat, and that's a little bit more in line with our traditional method that we use in the 108, but just for fun, I'll do that a lot of times. This is kind of a showy form anyway. So that's it. That's the footwork. Once again, it's shift first. You got to release this back foot off the ground in order to step with it. Don't push off like that. Make sure you shift your weight, sink down into this right leg, and then tuck the pelvis and draw and close the middle gate and draw that foot up. Then from here, it's actually very much like a repulse monkey step. We're going to place the heel down at the angle, shift back, and again, if you want to, you can just turn that, and that's exactly like a repulse monkey step there. But I'll actually pick the foot up and place it with a sink down into the left leg. Now, what the hands are going to do is, as you shift back, there's also a turn of the waist a little bit, pulling back with the left hip. And I'm going to allow that to pull the fan across this way. So that pulls the fan across. And then as I sink down, I'm going to connect and set the fan in place here like press. And actually, I'll begin to bring the left hand up as the left foot comes up too. So there, pull, and by the time I'm shifted into the left leg, I'm touching here with my left fingers on the right wrist. And then as I sink, I'll close the gates a little bit, the upper gate, and that's going to cause the whole structure here to move forward just slightly. But don't do this. It's not a arms extended thing. It's a closing of the upper gate and a little bit of light compression right there. And that happens as you sink and place the foot. If you're just going to turn the foot, that's fine. It still needs to have the sink though. Okay? So now I'll demonstrate the whole move. So from the end of parting horse's mane, okay? And I'm calling that play the lute, but it's not really exactly play the lute. All right, so it's press the lute. So now then, we're going to do a turnaround and kick. So from here, you can make several adjustments here if you need to, but from here what I do is I pull the left hip back, turn this whole structure and the whole body, bringing the right foot around. I'm going to turn that right foot as far as I can. And now if you can't get it quite all the way to that corner, then we'll talk about some ways to adjust this for if if that's bothering your knees or something. But what I'm going to do is turn all the way, and the whole upper structure moves with that. Now shift into the right leg, release the left, and turn. Notice I'm turning the body a little bit more to release that heel, and then I'll come up and kick. And as I kick, I'm going to open up. It's hard, the fan's in front of my face. I'm going to open up the upper gate, so this is going to open. So that's very much like a normal kick, normal heel kick, turn around heel kick. So it's pretty simple. Here's an adjustment you can make to make that turn a little easier for you. If you're here, I'm going to actually give you a couple options. One is to do this in 2 stages. Turn the foot maybe this far, shift in, and turn again. Now then kick. So what I did is, just detailing on the feet, is I turned, but I didn't go all the way there. Just turn to here, shift a little bit, release the heel, and turn. And I actually turned that foot and moved it a little bit, shift into it, and turn a little bit more. So I shift into the left foot, turn quickly a little bit here, bringing the right foot more, and then shift back in and kick. It'll take an extra, 1 second, so it's not a big deal, and that gives you some stages you can do it in. Another thing that you can do is on your play the loop move, is you can angle your footwork coming out of the Pardon Horse's mane and be a little more angled to the corner here. And that'll give you a little wider angle with your left foot, so that when you turn, it's easier to do. So that's a possibility. And the way that would happen is, you actually need to go back even more to the stepping on the third Pardon Horse's mane. So I do the second Pardon Horse's mane, I'm to the corner here. My left foot is going at a 45-degree angle. I hope you can see that on camera. There we go. When I come around and open the fan, then when I step out here, instead of stepping out and opening up to the corner and turning this foot, what I might do instead is step down the line and don't turn that foot. Just leave it at that angle. Now then, when I come in to do play the lute, it's the same process, except instead of facing down the line, I'm going to wind up facing the corner. No, who cares? Unless you're performing this for a judge, and you're not, probably, it's not going to matter to anybody but you. And now I'm at the corner, okay? So now then, when I turn, that's not so bad. That's no worse than any other turn. And there it is, okay? So let's get out of this kick now. The next move after that is brush knee twist. And normally in the form, when I teach, we do separate right leg, separate left leg. We turn around, kick with the heel. I bring the left foot back in and then bring it down to the ground as I reach out here. Then I step, dropping the elbow, and brush knee twist. So we're not going to do all of that with the fan. We're going to do the kick here. I'm still going to bring my foot back, okay? But then I'm going to sink down and step out all in one move. So, and then I'm not bringing the fan back out here like we do with the empty hand. I'm leaving the fan right here, and it's hard to see on camera. I'm going to do it kind of facing the camera just once so you can see. I've done the kick. As I sink down and put my left foot down, I'm going to bring the hand down into this pressing down position, leaving the fan right where it is. So, done the kick, it's down like that, and then just shift and turn. Okay? It's going to be really hard to see that with the fan in the way, but maybe you could see that hand drop down, then shift and turn, and there's brush knee twist. Okay? I think we probably have time in this video for one more move, which is block down, parry, and punch. It's the same exact footwork as in the empty hand set. The only difference is, of course, with the fan. When you finish brush knee twist, you're going to rock back. This is normal in the empty hand form. We rock back and turn the body to turn the left foot out. I'm going to close the fan then. Remember, right at the end of brush knee twist, just like when we did withdraw and push going into, from grass seal going into single whip, I'm going to dip the fan a little bit and flick it back to close it as I sink back into the right leg. So it's here, and then now turn, and I'm going to bring the fan across, sink into the left. This is all very much just like lockdown, parry, and punch. Except that instead of that, I've got this. So you've got a little bit more of a drop of the wrist going on, and you wind up in that same position. Okay? And so that is part 3. I'm going to actually do all of those movements one time in sequence. So, Arden Horse's mane ends here. I'm going to step this way. Play the lute. Turn around and kick. Brush knee twist. Lock down. Parry and punch. Okay, and we'll see you in the next one.